Today, the Times newspaper announced that Brexit has added £200 to household food bills over the past 2 years, which of course equates to £100 a year, which is a nice round figure, isn't it? Doesn't sound at all like it's been made up. The Times states that over 2 years, consumers have paid in total £5.8 billion extra for food, whereas The Guardian have gone ahead and ramped that up, claiming that consumers have paid £6 billion extra for food in that time, because these days being an MSM journalist means fiddling with the facts to suit your agenda, doesn't it? Or telling whatever lies your publication's owners, sponsors and advertisers want you to tell. I mean, some people would say that the increase in food prices was something to do with the war in Ukraine, a vastly increased cost of fuel and energy that food manufacturers have passed on to customers. Vital grain supplies have been prevented from leaving Ukraine, and in general shipping supply chains have been significantly disrupted since the pandemic. And let's not forget about how most businesses incurred significant damage during the pandemic and are still trying to recoup those losses, recover and stay afloat financially by significantly increasing the cost of their goods and services. Oh, and there's also been a massive outbreak of avian flu, significantly affecting production of eggs and poultry, the cost of which is also being passed on to customers. But hey, let's blame Brexit. I mean, don't get me wrong, part of the increase in food prices is due to the implementation of certain trade barriers in the wake of Brexit. But at the same time as trade barriers were put up by EU countries, restrictions were relaxed in terms of trading with the rest of the world. Obviously, none of this is taken into account by the researchers who came up with these figures regarding Brexit's impact on food prices. And who were these researchers? Academics at left-wing universities, London School of Economics and Warwick University. And who was their research funded by exactly? Well, the Times and the Guardian don't seem to want to give us that information, strangely. But it's Brexit's fault, isn't it? Food prices are Brexit's fault. The pandemic was Brexit's fault. The war in Ukraine, that's Brexit's fault. When you were walking to work this morning and a pigeon crapped on you, that was Brexit's fault. Climate change, that's Brexit's fault. The massive pimple on the end of your nose, that's Brexit's fault. Your woke, gender dysphoric teenage son wets the bed every night, that's Brexit's fault. It's been 6 years since the Brexit referendum. You lost, you tossers. Let it go. Stop crying. Move on with your life. Like and subscribe and support my comedy via the links below this video.